Hello, this is Casey from Casey Grandpa Tech, with your geeky grandpa talks tech and much, much more. And what more tech can we talk about than sci-fi movies? Sci-fi movies are the cream of the crop. They talk about what could be and what will be. Now, anyway, before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell next to it. Let's get so you'll know when I'm on with something else. Anyway, I want to talk to you about Tomorrow. It's on Amazon. It stars Chris Pratt. Excellent sci-fi movie. We won't get into the details, and I will warn you ahead of time. There are some spoilers. Now, what's it about? Basically, it's about 28 years into the future. Aliens attack the planet, and the soldiers from the future travel back to the past to get recruits because they're almost completely lost the war. And that's where we begin. It's Christmas time at what would be Dan's house, who is a high school biology teacher. And all of a sudden, during that, a soccer game, soldiers from the future materialize and ask for help. And that's where the movie begins. Let's get into that right now. So let's talk about the cast. Obviously, there's Chris Pratt, who is played in many, many, many sci-fi movies. Star-Lord, Jurassic Park, and many, many more. So he has the background in playing in these type of movies and an all-star cast to go with it who back him up. Now, let's talk about a little bit more about the movie. And that, pardon me. And so what's basically happened is, like I said, they have traveled back from the future and are requesting help. And they begin to build a military up, and soldiers from all countries are sent into the future. And unfortunately, only a few make it back. These aliens are tough and mean and unrelenting. So now they start to pull from soldiers, from regular people. Some of them soldiers, some of them regular people. And how do they decide this? You find out in the movie is that what they do is the future has brought back who is going to die soon. So they already know the people who they're sending's date of death. So they choose from these people, and one of them is Chris Pratt and a few others. They travel into the future, and same thing goes wrong. They're supposed to land 5 feet off the ground. They land in the middle of the sky, and now it's a race against time to get to where their destination target is. Now, it is crazy. They don't tell the people who are going into the future what they're going up against, because they feel that if they told them, they wouldn't go. And I would too. How scary is this? Let me show you. When the director asked for the alien to be created, he said, I want this thing to be so scary that the audience will pee their pants in fright. That's how scary he wanted it to be. Now, how well is, before we get into, I show you the aliens, let's just talk about real quick. Tomorrow was released over the 4th of July weekend, and it was become the #1 movie in the world. That's a lot to be said about it. If you haven't seen it yet, again, a little bit of spoils, but I'm not going to ruin it for you. You have to see this. So let's talk about the aliens. Now, here are two scenes. One, where the colonel they're trying to capture the queen alien, and you can see this thing has got teeth. Not only that, it can swim, it can fly, it can jump, it can do all kinds of things. Not only that, remember from Men in Black, Boris the animal, where he could shoot out of his hand and hit you? Those things are there too. So they have taken the best of many, many sci-fi movies and combined them. Let's get into it a little more. So anyway, as I was saying, the military in the future is attempting to find a cure or a toxin that will kill these aliens. And they know that once every 7 days they go into their hive, and so they're safe for 1 day a month. And the colonel goes in to capture the queen because she's trying to figure out a way to create a toxin. And here is Chris Pratt or Dan, and he discovers that that's his daughter from what he left 28 years ago, and she's become a scientist, and she is working against this. And they work to capture the queen and find a toxin. Well, they do find the toxin, but then you're only assigned for 7 days, and he travels in the back to the past, but the time travel mechanism is destroyed. So there's no way to bring the toxin back to the future. Now, they have the toxin that'll kill them, but they're still questioning, where did they come from? Because they couldn't find the spacecraft. Because one day they just appeared. Thousands of them, all of a sudden, came out of nowhere. And Chris Pratt, of course, plays Dan, goes and is trying to figure out what or where they came from. And he has a claw from them, and they do some research on it, and they discover that it has a type of volcanic ash from China. But they originated in Russia, so they cannot figure out. Well, anyway, they finally figure out where the aliens could be, and they go there. And they discover the alien spacecraft buried under tons of ice. And let me show you it. So, and the spacecraft looks very similar to the spacecraft from Alien, so quite well done. And in here, they discovered that the spaceship had crashed some time ago, and was transporting these creatures, I guess, to clean a planet, not this planet, and have been buried under the ice for some time. So they have a toxin. They're going to attempt to destroy all of them. But then a fight scene erupts because as they kill a few, it wakes them all up and they begin to attack. So all in all, you have a slow start, confusing plot in the very beginning. They are not giving you too much information about it, but once they do transport to the future, it's an action, one thing after another. Like I said, the creature is extremely scary. I had to watch it twice. It's just so good. It's just so good. In fact, I'm going to watch it again in another few days. That's how good it is. So I hope this quick review about it has been helpful for you. I highly recommend to watch it on Amazon Prime. You're not going to be disappointed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And this is Casey from Casey Grandpa Tech out.